Live streaming. Excellent. Welcome, my Bay Area friend, beloved, and welcome the whole world. Today, checking my analytics, all 8 billion people on the planet are in class today. YouTube's algorithm is bursting. Their hardware is throbbing. And Looney's washing his, I'm not going to say where he's washing. Anyway, Looney says hello. Looney loves the magic blue pad. If you're brand new and the algorithm dropped you off, today's class is called Coffee and Restorative Yoga. I'm having some coffee because I have a sinus infection today. I get them about once every day, it seems, but the antibiotics will be kicking in, and some coffee and restorative seems to be a capital idea. But if you're brand new and this is called yoga for everybody or yoga for 50 plus minus. But anyway, maybe you're just wandering by for a cup of coffee, but we do some good movement. Today is going to be super gentle. And I invite you to do this on your bed, which may sound a little forward, but I think you get the right idea. Your bed is a soft surface and can help a lot of us. If you're older than 30 like I am, it can help you get into some poses that otherwise you couldn't. Anyway, have a big slug of your beverage. I don't know about you guys. I've had the crazy busy week. It's just getting busier and busier leading up to my retreat. School, cats, just everything. Anyway, let's chant Om together. My voice is a little creaky, so I'm sure you guys will help me out. Big inhale. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I understand why humans have been chanting Om for thousands of years. It's the way that I see it, it's a vibrational frequency or amplitude. And when we vibrate in that frequency, we bring ourselves into greater and greater alignment with, how shall we say, all that is. You could call it God, love, source. I don't care what you call it. I just care that we call upon it for the love and the healing and the blessing and the unity and the peace that it brings to a world that could really use it. Anyway, take your head around, just some gentle joint juice. Looney is utterly enamored of this surface. He loves having a cat bath on it. He's doing a great yoga pose right now. He has one of his feet behind his head. Other way. 2. If you're brand new, this is gentle. It's also yin style. It's quiet, peaceful, feminine, cool. Good. Now just relax your head down for 12 seconds. Contemplate your navel. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, no special way to think. Just allow the mind to quiet so we can get in alignment. Shoulders, 1, 2. By the way, I only got about 45 minutes today, and then I got to be off to an endless regimen of duties and obligations and world-changing events, but I want to get my yoga in. Other way, shoulders, 1. By the way, please like and subscribe. We're a growing little YouTube channel. We're rough around the edges. We admit it. We could use some professional marketing help. If you know somebody that does that, forward them. But pretty soon we'll have 1 billion subscribers. In the meantime, we're going to do the best we can. 7, 8. You can tell I'm moving my room around a little bit. Here's my acoustic drum kit over here. My piano's back in play because I have to write songs for my college class. My composition skills are remedial at best. But anyway, and I'm building some new shelves over here. It's going to be some cool new shelves, a cat shelf, high shelf esteem, computer stuff. Anyway, that'll be up by tomorrow. That's today's project. Got to paint the shelves. I love my little projects. I really do. And poof. Okie doke. All right, now I'm going to do one little baby forward seated forward fold. If you're tight as a boiled owl, if you're crispy in Cleveland or not so bendy in Baltimore, just do what you can. Shoulders relax, chin drops, buns relax. Up, gotta blow my nose. I'll edit this out. Sorry. Gross. Nothing like blowing your nose in front of 8 billion people. Now I'm going to inhale, look forward. Exhale, my elbows fit down to the floor. If yours do, great. If not, don't even trip. I'm going to relax my forehead with my paws. I might take a cat bath as well. Gross. What are you doing? You're bathing in front of the whole world? You go, I'm a cat. I don't even mind. Good. Come on up. You got to love how cats are they're just not worried about what other people think of them. All right. Now I'm going to stretch my wrists a little bit, going to lean forward down into them. Played the drums last night from 11:30 to 1:30 in the morning. When I get going, you can't stop me. It's a great quality when I'm doing something good. It's a terrifying quality when I'm misbehaving, but as they said back in the day, I ain't misbehaving as much as I used to. Up, one of our Bay Area friends has their cat as well. Try to gather with your cat when you do yoga. It increases the benefits by 3x. Do you ever get sore? Are you over 40? Do you get sore out there in the world? Do you feel like you would feel better in your body, that you would feel better? This is a good thing. You should do this with us every single day. By the way, if you can't get a live class, there's over 1,000 videos on upward spiral yoga. Just like and subscribe in advance, and then you can watch all the yogas for free. Okie doke. Now my arms are going out. In a couple months, I turned 69, and that's a great age. I'm kind of looking forward to turning 70 because then I can use it as a marketing dynamic. Look what you can do at 70. Now, I'm not sure that's quite as, look what you can do at 69. But anyway, when you turn 69, you enter your 70th year of life. So I may cheat and use that. But anyway, I am in amazing shape, and you could come to the Bay Area and take one of my classes if you want. upwardspiralyoga.com. Now, hands up my back. Pause in here. Then I'm going to touch my elbows together, which I can't. Drop my chin and withdraw inward to my sanctuary of perfect peace and bliss, calm and serenity. Do you have one of those? An inner sanctum? An inner sanka? Very good. Then, if you haven't done this before, look what you've been missing. Other way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Easy shaking. Shake it. Don't break it. And then these are called Sunday flippy flops. Sundays when you wear flip flops. It's a beautiful day in the Bay Area. If you're somewhere else in the world, you should come to the Bay Area of California right now in mid-October. It is tears to your eyes beautiful every single minute. Good. And then we'll cup our hands to our heart in gratitude. Wherever you live, Tasmania, Romania, Spotsylvania, Pennsylvania, be grateful for where you are. Everything's always working out. God has us right where He wants us. One way of saying it. There are 2 trillion galaxies in the universe. I don't think the universe is having trouble with your logistics. Good, then we'll chant Om and we'll go into restorative yoga, which may require displacing the cat. And so I'll probably put my asbestos sleeves on so I don't get cut up too bad. But in the meantime, oh, by the way, don't chant Om yet. When I chant Om, I try to extend out the Om long because there's physiological benefits, which I could deliver a doctoral thesis on, but I'd rather just experience it. Big inhale. Peace on earth, goodwill to all human beings and all species, especially the people that annoy us and that we can't stand. There's a lot of that to practice nowadays, isn't there? God, please hate my enemies is a prayer that's rarely answered. Some days, if you're lucky. Good, one simple twist, stretch up. Turn left, 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 left. Right hand, left knee, a little twisty. If you're older than, say, 15, twisting's really, really good for you. If you're under 15, you're twisting all the time anyway. You're up to something. Inhale here. Exhale here as well. How am I going to move you? How am I going to move you? He goes, don't even think about it. Stretch up. He's a very stretch up, turn right, and release. To my Bay Area friends, if you're going to leave me a chat and ask me to do something, you have to identify who you are. Okay? It can't just be a generic name. Tell me who you are. Damn, this is a hard class to manage. 8 billion people online, people all over the Bay Area on Zoom. How do I even do it? Good. And we will release. What can I do that's not going to bother my cat? Have a sip of coffee. By the way, today's class is coffee and yoga, so have a sip of your tea if you want. Yum. Okay, I think, there we go. Okay, bring your right knee in, rest back. Take your right knee around in a circle. Open up your acetabulum, your hip joint. Other way. Good. Now, this is fine if you're a little bendy, or take your right elbow over your left knee. And if you're very bendy, take your left elbow over your right knee. But it's Sunday, so don't knock yourself out. I'm going to put my right elbow over my right knee. And now we're going to enter into yin restorative. Take some time, shoulders relax. And we're going to open up the groin and the hip and the knee and the ankle and the liver and the brain and the mouth and the tongue. It's going to be great. Now, if you're watching this for the first time, you're probably thinking to yourself, this is actually the best yoga that I've ever seen on YouTube. There's a cat, there's coffee, it's accessible yoga. The guy's not taking it too seriously. There's no makeup, there's no false eyelashes. Yet, thinking about it, I could use some makeup, frankly. By the way, if you do yoga, you don't need makeup or facelift or body projections or any of that stuff. Yoga will keep you looking naturally young and springy and healthy. But you won't look false or artificial. You'll look appropriately young and healthy for your age, which is natural and normal and the way God made us. Good. All right. Now, carefully extending my right leg out, missing the cat. Sniffing my shin. This could bleed, he says. Bringing left knee in, taking my knee around in a circle. Good, I offended our extra Zoom person today. All right. By the way, if you're not offending somebody or irritating somebody, you're not really alive. Try not to make everybody happy, because it really doesn't make anybody happy. Okay, taking my knee around the other way. In other words, quit being too nice. Be real. Okay, lift up head, neck, and shoulder. That's been a very tough lesson for me. Left elbow over your left knee, right elbow if you want. Cat, you're getting displaced after this sequence, bro. Just hugging your knee in, relaxing your right heel forward, relaxing your shoulders, dropping your chin, opening up your buns. Good job. Now, to avoid my cat, I'm going to bring my right knee in. Now, both of my knees are in, huh? Now, if you're a very tight person with your knees don't really come together very much, so your knees can be wide. Bendier people will bring their knees in together because they can bend more. But I'm kind of a just get my elbows over my knee kind of guy. If you could wrap tighter, that's great, but it's Sunday and you're not going to get any awards. No one's going to throw a parade for you if you are bendier than someone in Argentina or Sri Lanka or something. A lot of friends checking in from Sri Lanka. Good. This is called egg pose. If you do this pose well and for a long time, you become what's known as an agnostic. You understand your egg very well. Here all week, every week forever. I like egg pose because it releases my lower back, squeezes my guts, and compression builds heat in the body, which burns off impurities such as stinking thinking, emotional distress, residue of past embarrassing mistakes you've made. Well, I haven't made any mistakes. Okay. All right. Let's sit up together, shall we? So he's about 2.5, maybe 2 3/4 years, solid 17 pounds of black lead. But we've been doing this since he's a kitty. He's pretty chill. Do you want to take a swing at my face? Do you want to take a swing at my face? Do you want to swing at your dear old dad? I didn't have human kids. Do you want to torture me like other people's kids do? Oh, I love you. Do you want some tuna? Right after class. Don't swing at my face. Don't swing at my face. By the way, he's wearing a $1,200 GPS collar. Do you have one for your cat? There we go. Okay, you guys, cats and cows. Most people, honestly, most people tune in for the cat, I have to admit. It's hard to move a cat. If I have a cat, if he sleeps on my lap, I have to stay there until he gets up. Sometimes that's 4 or 5 hours when I'm supposed to be working. Up and down, cats and cows. Now, oddly, the person who invaded my Zoom class earlier, they wanted child's pose with a bolster underneath. So now that they're gone, the height of irony, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you can use a big old pillow. Going to widen my knees. Going to shove the Pez back underneath the dispenser here. And I'm going to, I'm just going to do child's pose, knees wide, buns. Now, if you're very bendy, you don't need no stinking bolster. You can just lay flat. But I'm just going to support. This is going to keep my hips from dropping too much, relax my spine. We're going into restorative now. Wide knees, toes together, buns back, crotch drop, spine long, one ear or the other, arms where they're best. Now in yin yoga, take a couple minutes on in every pose. Good, now because I'm on one ear, I'm going to go over to the other ear. Good job, my friends. Now, here's a pose a lot of people over 40 can't do anymore, which is just be on their knees. So I'm sliding my Pez dispenser through the Lincoln Tunnel here, and now I'm kneeling, and my butt is lifted like that much. Now, this is actually a restorative or a yin yoga pose. I understand if this is very challenging, you can lift up your butt higher and be on a couple of cushions. This is really good because it opens up the top of your ankles, creases your knees, lets your groin crease deepen, stretches your hip flexors. Now, kneeling for a lot of friends over 40 is just, well, I used to kneel, but not anymore. Now you can counterpose. I'm bringing my hands behind me, and now I'm just lifting my hips, which is a positively fountain of youth pose for most humans. If you're 15 in high school, you're doing gymnastics or dance or theater or something, you're doing stuff like this, then you go to school, you get a job, you get married, have some kids, sedentary, frozen, petrified, can't move anymore, life's miserable, then you die. No, 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 no. If you do my class, life gets better and better all the time, especially when you get your kids out of the house. It's great. All right. By the way, you get some commentary in my class you might not get from other yoga teachers, but that's not a bug. That's a feature in my class. Good. Okay, now I'm going to slide my Pez out here, my Pez dispenser. Good. You go back over there, bolster. Now, up, hold please. I'm having so much fun in today's class. I don't know if I have 8 billion people watching. It's something like that. Everybody should have their own YouTube channel. They're free. And if you build it big enough, then you get big, giant checks in the mail every month for just being yourself in your own living room, which is great work if you can get the gig. Now, here's something you may not like. My knees are hip distance apart, folded my tippy toes under, and now the S gets real, kids. We're squatting. Now, I know a lot of my not so bendy in Baltimore, crispy in Cleveland, atrophied in Atlanta, desperate in Dallas friends. You can't squat no more, but you could lie on your back and just draw your knees in one at a time. But if you're getting ready to turn 70 sometime in the next 10 years like I am, squatting is going to be the thing that's going to keep you young, resilient, buoyant, springy, frisky, fun-loving, because now that you're getting ready to retire, you're probably going to want to travel. How are you going to go to Italy if you can't squat? You're not going to be able to sit on the plane for 9 hours. So if you squat, your whole body will remain young and frisky, feet will stay active, your digestion will work, elimination will be better, and I shan't elaborate too much, but this is very, very good for you. I actually stopped squatting pose because of a knee issue, but now on my new magic cat bath cushion, I can squat again. It feels so, carefully choose my, not that word, feels really good. Now, to be able to squat and just sit back on your butt without shattering your tailbone, no problem when you're 20. 40, it's an issue. 70 could be fatal. Not for us. Just sit and then stretch your legs out. Aren't you happy you can do that? All my friends watching the Bay Area, they're young and in their 30s and really frisky and healthy. But a lot of my people watching online are 50 and older. Now, lift up as a counter pose. Good. Now come on down. Hold, please. I'll edit this out. Do you know how some people, most of their fame comes posthumously? They invent amazing stuff, write songs, books, etc. They invent things like AI that automatically edits out blowing your nose on camera, but this sequence that I'm doing right now, posthumously, it's going to take over the whole world. I understand it's not that popular now. And so feet out, but this is the sequence that's going to reverse all of aging. Good. Now bring your feet in, go over your, I understand if you're tight, you can only get a little bit over your feet, but you're going to kind of rock back and forth like this over your toes. And the thing of this is, this opens up the front line of the body, which goes toes, ankles, knees, hips, and keeps it lively and frisky. The goal is to go over your toes and then bring your knees down. See how easy I made it look? Just like looks like I do it every day, doesn't it? So now I'm sitting on my folded under toes, which no point in even looking. I would not do that on a hard surface, but on magic blue cushion. If you go down to the description of the YouTube channel, there's not a link where you can buy it, but there will be one pretty soon. And when you start buying these things via my YouTube channel, I'll get a large commission on every purchase. Come for the yoga, stay for the capitalism. Now it's very challenging for me to get my hands down with my toes folded under and then lifting the booty up. Lift your pirate booty up really high. Good. And come on back. And then plop back to all fours. I feel like $100 after that sequence. Couple cats and cows. Honestly, it takes discipline for me to force myself to do this sequence every day. We'll do it one more time and then we'll finish the class with super luscious, delicious restorative pose that will have you positively drooling. Okay, you know the drill now. Knees forward, toes fold under. Say it with me. Squat. Hi, guy. Hi. Your space is open. Come on. Come on, camera. I've always had girl cats my whole life, and I thought I was getting a girl cat. Didn't want a boy cat, but now we're having a bromance, couple guys. We're always goofing around, saying guy stuff. Masculinity is not a bad thing. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Okay, sit without shattering your tailbone. Light as a feather, feather light. Buns up. Be happy you're doing this with me. A lot of people in the Bay Area have to pay a lot of money to roll around on cushions with me. So just like and subscribe. Good, now come on down. Okay, now we don't have to spend forever. Feet pull in as far as they can. Over the top, if you can only, Crispy in Cleveland can only lift up a little bit, good for you. Go over the top. Ouch, say my toes. Yoga, shouldn't yoga just feel good all the time? Every pose just feels ecstatic and blissful. Yeah, someday. In the meantime, it's a little chunky. Now hands behind you with your toes folded under. Thrust thy pelvis up. Oh, this is good. And come forward. We'll cat and cow. Good, kitty mittens. Now, we're coming back here. All right, and a big restorative pose today will be, we're going to do king pigeon restorative, and most of us humans could use a bolster. A bolster could also be a very large pillow. The back of your couch cushion is really good, I've noticed. When I go to other people's houses, when I stay at their house, when they're not looking, I go over to their couch and pull their largest cushions off. and I lay all over them to try them out so that I have more information for my YouTube channel. Now, I'm going to set that over there. I'm going to, I need to move my camera back. Hold, please. Okay. Oh, that's better. Plus, anytime you can actually reach your coffee, make sure to reach over. Yoga police to arrest me for impersonating a yoga teacher, but 25 years, still on the lam. Now, I'm sitting cross-legged forward at the front of my mat. Now I'm going to extend my right leg out. Can you do that? Then you're doing great. Going to lean over to my left. My right leg, over there. Now, can you do this fundamental movement? Can you lean forward and take your right leg behind you a little bit? This is good. This is like beginning king pigeon pose for stiff ex-football players. It's a good place. After a while, you can push into your hands and you can slide your right, you can lift your butt, and then there's my right leg behind me. Maybe I'll install some more cameras so you can see me from every angle. There's not a big demand for that. Now, I'm putting my big cush just in front of my tush, and we'll do this for 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. I really recommend doing this on your bed. Let's face it, your bed's not getting enough activity, and this is a good way to, you spent $1,200 on that thing. This is my favorite pose. If you see it from this angle, my left knee's out to the side, left hip is dropping, front of right hip relaxing down, back leg stretching, spinal extension, bliss, love, joy. You could be up here on your elbows like this if you don't have a deep forward fold. One of the great objectives of yoga is it slows down thinking, the movement of the mind and the heart, the emotional and mental turbulence that causes so much anxiety and fear and worry for most humans. And as that begins to settle, the glorious experience of being just naturally appears from behind the fog and the clouds of insanity. Hey, cat, try to keep it down, would you? Good. Then we conclude pigeon pose just with some good spinal extension, aka back bend. This is where 11-year-old Romanian gymnasts like to lean back, bend their right knee, tickle the back of their head with their right toes. But if you're 50 like me and just want to lean back and stretch your spine without throwing your head back. In fact, as I'm leaning back, I'm actually dropping my chin to keep the activity in my spine where it needs to go. Good. Now, there's a great way of getting out of this, which is just reverse the sequence. It's pretty cool to be able to just slide this leg back around like that so cleverly. Sorry, I had to get out of the pose. I hope you guys didn't see it because I'll edit that out as well as blowing my nose, but I blocked the cat door with my furniture. Oh, all right. Now we're sitting cross-legged. You bring this one out. That's your left one. You lean over to the right. You're very tight, but you're willing. Leg goes there. Here's the linchpin sine qua non. You lean forward, you pick this up, you put it back there, and you go, wow, I haven't been in a pose like this since I got drunk and played Twister in high school. Then you lift up, your right knee goes over to the side. You bring in your couch cushion over here, cat fur on it, and a couple minutes. Stop thinking, start being. Okay, I'm going to do some Fountain of Youth, aka lifting a good stretch of my drop in. Good. I kind of lean over to my right to make space for my left leg to slide back around with efficiency and alacrity. By the way, this is normally the time I invite you to come to my October yoga retreat coming up a couple of weeks in Sonoma, but it's all filled up. So you can't come, but you can come next spring. Okay. Anyway, let's chant Om and then we'll do a 5-minute Shavasana. What do you say? Nice big inhale. Exhale. Okay, beautiful friends around the world and in the Bay Area, bolster underneath knees on our back. 5 minute shavasana of peace, bliss. And as Elvis Costello said, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? God, that was a good class. Like and subscribe. And now 5 minutes. If you haven't done shavasana, you lay on the floor like you're dead for 5 minutes. It is the best yoga pose ever. Okay, there's my voice again from way across the ocean. Start to breathe back toward your body. Could feel some of your body weight feeling good inside of our skin. So good, in fact, we wiggle our fingers and toes and circulate super organic feel good through our cells. Good, then we'll curl off to one side, fetal position. Okay, then all around the world we'll cause an uprising by all sitting up together at the same time. Innumerable souls gathered at the heart, mind, and soul center of our being, finding our unity in a world that seems to be anything but. Judge not appearances, judge the truth. Hands to our heart. Good, and underneath all of our differences and polarities and contrary opinions, there's a place where we all come together. If we find it, we might just make it. And then all together we say, Namaste, cool. Namaste, cool now. Good. As always, I bid adieu to my YouTube friends first. Arrivederci, Avidasane, adios, and au revoir. And please like and subscribe. Looney and I, it really helps. As you can see, he's participating more in class. And that's because you're liking and subscribing in greater numbers. And we'll see the YouTubers later.